Reverend Troy Perry is my hero. I will tell you that because while Jesus may have saved my soul, Troy Perry and MCC saved my life. If I had not found Troy's book, The Lord is My Shepherd and He Knows I'm Gay, if I had not found that book in college, I don't think I would be alive today. He saved my life. And now look, I'm his pastor. What an humbling and wonderful moment this is in history.
I'm Rabbi Denise Ager, and I'm here to say that Reverend Troy Perry's ministry has had a profound and positive effect on my life and work. Thank you, Troy, for being a guide, an inspiration, a mentor, a teacher, and most of all, my friend. You've helped me to understand the role of helping LGBTQ people find their spiritual path and joy in life. And you've helped me learn to be a leader of social justice and social change on behalf of our queer community. So thank you for all you have done for me personally and for our community. You continue to inspire.
Troy Perry is the most magnificent person. I found Christ through him, and I love our church. I don't know how I could live without it.
Reverend Troy Perry is an inspiration, an example, someone to model after because he's a trailblazer. He started fighting for LGBTQI plus rights, way before it was even legal. And his bravery and courage is really inspiring to me, and that's something that I like to model in my everyday.
Hi, Reverend Troy. This is Lee. Like many others, Reverend Troy's ministry definitely saved my life. It gave me a very nurturing community that continues to teach me to love myself. It introduced me to the Bayanihan group, and most of all, it granted me the courage to live a guilt-free, purposeful life. And now, I'm proud to be the mother of the House of Terror, my trans children. Happy birthday, Reverend Troy! Happy birthday!
Hi. Reverend Troy Perry has reinstated my faith in God again because at the age of 14, 15, I left the Catholic Church, and because there were too many things against me as a person, and so I was lost for a couple of years until I heard about this church, I think at a Pride festival actually, and so I was curious, and here I am. Thank you.
My name is Leo Rossetti, and I serve on the governing board. The first time I heard about MCC was in 2005, a year after Reverend Troy Perry visited my city, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and started MCC here. This time was very difficult for me because the relationship with my mother was broken after she found out about my sexuality. 2 years after I heard about MCC, I started attending the community, and today I am an associate pastor at ICM Rio. MCC was fundamental for me to reconnect with my mother, even today, with her already in heaven. I don't know what my life would be like without that visit in 2004. Today, I'm the fruit of this seed. Thank you very much, Reverend Troy. Thank you for the fruits of reconnection. Your seeds went far and transformed my life.
Happy birthday, Reverend Troy. I cannot thank you enough for changing my life personally. It is because of you that I was able to come out of the closet in 1992 as an openly gay cop, and today as an openly gay chief of police. And because of your ministry, I met my husband and am married to the love of my life through MCC, me being at Founders and him being in the Philippines, MCC, and coming together because of the ministry you began. Thank you for giving me freedom and changing my life. We love you. Happy birthday.
Troy Perry's ministry has affected me in such that gave me the opportunity to find out who I am and to celebrate in a community that accepts everyone.
Happy birthday, Reverend Troy. This is Joseph. I hope you can still remember me. I'm the one you ordained together with Reverend Keith last November of 2019, a few months just before the pandemic. And I just want to let you know that God's grace, God's power in your life, in your ministry, in your activism, those many years ago, many decades of activism and work has reached the Philippines and has touched our lives, touched many lives here, and that God's love, God's power, God's grace through the work that you started will continue to touch lives, especially with us here in Open Table MCC. And so I want to greet you happy birthday and blessings and greetings to you and Philip. Have a good one.
Well, if it hadn't been for Reverend Troy's church, I found God in September of 2005.
As someone who grew up in the church with my family, going to youth groups and singing in the choir, I was very happy once I'd come out in San Francisco to discover the MCC church there and giving me a place to worship. And then when I moved to New York, going there where I was also blessed to have Troy Perry come and speak every year on our Easter service. And then to be back here at the Founders is kind of like the culmination of the whole thing. It's great to have places to send people, other queer people who have fallen away from the church because they think it doesn't have anything for them. It's great to have somewhere to recommend that they go.
Hello, Reverend Troy. This is Dan Koshel from MCC San Diego, wishing you a very happy birthday and thanking you again for the difference you have made in my life personally. I'm forever and eternally grateful for the way that MCC literally saved my life and saved my ministry and my calling, I believe, and I'm so grateful for life and God and the Holy Spirit and all that I've been able to do and learn with the gifts that God has given me through MCC. And that wouldn't have been possible without you. Most grateful for you. God bless you, you visionary, you prophet, you man of God, loving husband, and so many other adjectives that go on and on. Thank you. Happy birthday.
Well, I first met Reverend Perry when I was 19 years old. And I always tell people, if I turned out strange, look who raised me. But he truly, meeting that person and coming to this church completely changed the whole direction of my life and gave me a place where I could come out as a young person, fully supported, fully loved, taken care of by a whole family of LGBTQ people. And I was so fortunate because so many teenagers didn't have that. And it's a total blessing. And he taught me also to be a good storyteller and a good talker. And I think taught us all what it meant to not only live, but to speak the gospel in ways that are sacred for this time, holy for this time, not for some time long, long ago when people aren't living. The other thing that he told us was, you can be anything you want to be. And that probably shocked a lot of folks, but our whole generation decided to be anything we wanted to be.
Thank you, Troy, for 32 years of ministry that I've been at MCC Baltimore, MCC DC, and MCC LA.
Good people. That's affected me. Just the whole ministry and the church itself, and then meeting Troy made me know I was in the right place at the right time. And I thank him for helping really to save my life through his ministry.
Brother, I want to wish you a happy birthday. You've impacted me in ways that I can never repay in gratefulness. The number of people that you've touched around the world, and I'm just one of those, of how you provided a space not only for me and my faith journey, that we know that we have a place, that we are loved by God, that we are whole by God. And I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday and many blessings today for the many blessings that you've given me and so many people around the world. Happy birthday.
Good morning and happy birthday, Reverend Troy Perry. Back when I was a teenager, Troy appeared on my mother's local television talk show. My mother produced a show called Tempo on Channel 9. And so Troy Perry kind of came into my life before I even started attending MCC. His secretary, Bob Ennis, ended up being a tenant in our duplex. And so I have an early connection to the church before I even stepped foot in one. Troy's ministry has surely changed my life. When I came out as gay, I left my walk with Christ, though Christ never left his walk with me. And for 10 years, I went on my own, suffered a lot during those years. 10 years later, I walked into my first MCC church, and I honestly only returned for social reasons, and I didn't realize that the Holy Spirit would just wrap its arms around me and bring me home. So thank you, Troy. You saved my life, I would say physically and spiritually, as well as emotionally. And God bless you for all your years of service and all the countless lives you have changed.
Happy birthday, Troy. How can I ever express what you have done to change my life? And not only mine, but to change the lives of thousands of people, millions of people around the world. But personally, Troy, you're my hero. I love you, I appreciate you, and never underestimate what the impact of one person can make on not only one person's life, but the life of so many. Happy birthday, and you deserve all the very best. Love you. God bless.
Because of Reverend Troy, I was able to start worshiping and singing without shame, without feeling I had the secret in my life. And I was able to love my God with all that I am, not withholding anything. Thank you, Troy.
Reverend Troy Perry's ministry impacted my life. Two things. It made me love myself without judgment and serve my God without shame.
Happy birthday, Reverend Troy Perry. Sending you warm wishes from Free Community Church here in Singapore. Your ministry has blessed many LGBTQ people all over the world through the years. We still remember your trip here in 2007 when the authorities did not grant you permission to speak, and we had to read from your book, The Lord is My Shepherd and He Knows I'm Gay, and had you answer questions in the Q&A instead. We want to wish you the very best on your birthday and thank you for being a beacon of hope and love and justice all these years.